Good morning, boys and girls. Mrs. Johnson here. Today we are going to continue reading some stories. We're going to go over some consonants and vowels, and we are going to have a wonderful lesson. So let's go on to see our agenda for today. Let me share my screen with you. Okay, so first on the agenda is blending and segmenting, which is with our finger tapping technique that we have been doing together. Then we're going to do some vowel discrimination. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do our story, which is the trip to the UK, which I just realized that we've read this story before, but we're going to go into more detail about the trip to the UK. Then we'll come back and do our checklist. So let's get started. So first, for our blending and segmenting, we are going to need to write something on the whiteboard. Okay, so our first word is g. G, rug. Okay, our next word is I, sky. Good job. Okay, here's our next one. B-O-O, B-O-O, blue. All right, this is our final 3 sound one. Ready? K-it, kit. Okay, and this next one is 4. So it's going to be fast. Very good. You guys are doing awesome. Here's our next one. Ask. Ask. Mask. I messed that one up a little bit, but that's okay. We are all humans and make mistakes. So let's try it one more time. Ask. Mask. Very good. Here's our next one. Ist. Wrist. Like our hand wrist. Then here's our last one. Ache. Ache. I messed that one up too. Let's try again. Ache. Ache. Snake. Good job. You guys knew that before I did. Okay, and now we're going to go on to our vowel discrimination. So what are our vowels? We've gone over these before. Name a few. What's one vowel? Good job. A. What's the next one? Very good. E. What's our next one? I. O. And U. Those are our vowels. A, E, I, O, and U. So vowel discrimination. What is discrimination? It means picking apart and this is a hard word to describe. Discrimination. I may have to go back to that one. That one's a hard word for me to describe. Let me look it up real quick. I should have done this before. Parents or caregivers, if you know how to describe discrimination, okay, so it's recognition and understanding of the difference between one thing and another. So in this case, discrimination is recognizing the vowel instead of the other letter. That one was a tricky one. Okay, so I'm going to write a letter or a word on the board, and I want you to tell me which one is the vowel. So the word is It, pit. Which one is the vowel? Very good. It's the I. Eh, 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 eh. That's our vowel. All right, here's our next one. Which one is the vowel in pot? Pot. Which one is the vowel? Is it the P? No, it's the O. Very good. So it's the pot, the ah in pot. Okay, here's our next one. This word is bag, bag. Which one is our vowel in bag? Is it b? Is that a vowel? No, what letter is A? Is our vowel. Very good. All right, here's our next one. So this word is id, hid. Which one is our vowel? Id. Very good. It's our I. Okay, here's our next word. At, pat. Which letter is our vowel sound? P, A, or T? It's our A. You guys are rocking it. Okay, here's our next one. Not, not. Which is our vowel sound? Try that one a little bit while I erase these ones. Not. It's our O. Very good. Our O is our vowel sound. So that is our vowel. Very good, you guys. Okay, here's our next one. Pet, pet. Which one is our vowel? Very good. It's our E. The in pet is our vowel. Good job. Okay, here's our next one. Nut. Which one is our vowel sound? No. No. Yes, it's our U. Our in nut. Good job. Okay, here's our next one. We're almost done. Led. Like I led my parents to the mall. So led, which letter sound is our vowel? Is it ooh? No, is it Yes, very good. It's our E sound in led. Okay, here's our next one. App. Lap. Which letter sound is our vowel? O, or p? It's our which is our A. Good job. Okay, here's our next one. Mud. Which sound is our vowel? or d, d. It's our U, m, d. Good job. Okay, here is our last one. Up, p, up, pop. Which one is our vowel? Good job. It's our O, or ah. So just to review, for our vowels, you know when it's a vowel when our mouth is open when we say the letter sound. So for A, ah, E, I, O, ah, and U, our mouths are open. So that's how we know it's a vowel. Because when it's a consonant, which is the other letters, we go P, D, D, or we have M, our mouths are closed. So that's how we can describe a vowel, okay? So our next thing for today is our story, which is the trip to the UK. So as I talked about, we kind of already read this story. We read multiple parts of the story, but now we're going to actually focus, discriminate on this part of the story, which is the trip to the UK. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see the words and pictures with me. Oh, that is not the screen I wanted to share. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Okay, the trip to the UK. Nat went to the UK and I felt sad. But when Mom set up a trip to the UK, I said that very wrong. Let me start over. Nat went to the UK and I felt sad. But then Mom set up a trip to the UK. Mom and I went on a jet. Ships are fun, but jets are the best. I got to sit next to the wing. I had lunch, then I had a nap. Mom got the snapshot of the nap. Nat met us at the end of the ramp. I ran up to hug him. Then Nat's mom, Dot, got us a cab. This is a snapshot of us with the cab man. Nat and I had a lot of fun. Then it was time for bed. Mom and I slept in a bed next to Nat's bed. Okay, that is the end of our first part of the trip to the UK. So, trip to the UK, we have to think about all of the segments that happened. So, I'm going to stop sharing for a moment and I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Okay, so we heard the word cab in our story. What is a cab? A cab, or taxi, how we call it sometimes, is a car you get in where you pay someone to drive you somewhere. So you may have also heard of Uber or Lyft. This is kind of the same thing. It's a cab, someone else, you get in a car and you go to where you need to go, and you pay them. Okay, our next one is jet. What is a jet? A jet is an airplane. So if you've ever been on an airplane before, it's sometimes referred to as a jet. Now, what about ramp? What is ramp? A ramp is the place at the airport where people get on and off an airplane. Very good. Okay, now let's talk about, we are going to read the story one more time, and I'm going to ask you questions along the way, okay? So let me reshare my screen with you. After I get back to the beginning of our story, the trip to the UK, okay. Okay, the trip to the UK. Nat went to the UK and I felt sad, but then Mom set up a trip to the UK. So why was Beth sad? That's right, her friend left. And where did her friend Nat leave to go to? He went to the UK. And before I showed you, I'll show you one more time. The UK is very far away from the US, which is where we live, the United States. So here we are in the United States, and the UK is all the way over here. So you have to take a boat or plane to get there. Okay. Now, let's get back to our story. Oh, that's not where I want to be. I am having difficulties today. I'm so sorry, boys and girls. Okay. Mom and I went on a jet. Ships are fun, but jets are the best. I got to sit next to the wing. I had lunch, then I had a nap. Mom got the snapshot of the nap. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a question. What is an exclamation point? What is an exclamation point? You don't know? Well, let me show you. I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so right here, look where my cursor is. That's my little arrow. This is an exclamation point. An exclamation point is used to exclaim. Exclaim means to like emphasize or to say, I have the best dad in the world. Instead of a period, you use an exclamation point, and this ends the sentence as well. So when you're reading a sentence with a period and reading one that ends in an exclamation point, there's a difference because the period is just ending the sentence and an exclamation point ends the sentence, but in an exclaiming way. Okay? And what does Beth mean when she says, I got to sit next to the wing? She said, I got to sit next to the wing. What does that mean? What's the wing? Very good. The wing is on an airplane. So an airplane kind of looks like this. It has two wings that fly in the air. And when she says she got to sit next to it, that means she had a little window where she got to see the wing on the airplane. Have you ever got to sit in the airplane next to the wing? It's pretty cool. I've done it before. Yeah, I really liked it. Okay, now we're going to go back to our story. And let's see what we have. Okay. Sharing the screen has been a difficult task today. Okay. So she got to take a nap by the wing. Okay. Nat met us at the end of the ramp. Remember what ramp means? Yep, it's where you get off an airplane. I ran up to hug him. Then Nat's mom, Dot, got us a cab. This is a snapshot of us with the cab man. Okay, so my next question for you is going to be, I'm sorry, wrong question. What is an apostrophe? What does an apostrophe tell us? I'll give you an example of what an apostrophe is. Let me share with you. Okay, right here, where it says gnats, that apostrophe is breaking up gnat and gnats. So it's saying Nat is mom, Nat's mom, that's Nat's mom, is breaking up by the apostrophe. Okay. Now, we talked about what cabs are. They're yellow, sometimes they're black, and in the UK, taxis or cabs are actually bigger cars that are often, like I said, black. The driver in the UK also sits on the opposite side of the car. This can look very different to someone who is visiting the UK for the first time. So when I first went to the UK, I was so surprised to see the drivers on the right-hand side. Because if you notice, mommy, daddy, grandpa, cousin, auntie, uncle, whoever drives you around sits on the left side. But in the UK, they sit on the right side. It was so crazy to see. Okay, now let's get back to our story. I'll show you. Okay, so we saw the cab man. Now, Nat and I had a lot of fun. Then it was time for bed. Mom and I slept in a bed next to Nat's bed. Okay, so who is Beth sleeping next to? Nat, that's right. So how do you know that's Nat? Because he's the boy in the story and he's the friend. That's right. Very good. Now, how do you know based on the apostrophe given? I'll show you. So in our story, you can tell that it's Nat's bed before you see the picture because it says Nat is bed. So that's Nat's bed by the apostrophe that's right here. Very good. Okay, let's move on to the next part of our story. We're actually done with our story because the next part is actually for the next lesson that you'll read. Okay, so where do Beth and her mom go on their trip? Do they go to the US? No, they already live in the US. Where do they go to? That's right, they go to the UK, which is also United Kingdom. Very good. And why do they take a trip to the United Kingdom or the UK? Who do they go to see? That's right, they go to see best friend. But what's best friend's name? Nat, that's right. And how do they get to the UK? Do they get there by a boat? No. Do they get there by a train? No. How did they get there? That's right. They got there on a jet or an airplane. And who is waiting for them at the airport? There's two people waiting at the airport. And who were they? Nat and his mom. And what was his mom's name? Dot. Very good. And how do Beth, Nat, and their moms get from the airport to Nat's home? Remember, sometimes called a taxi. They get there by a cab. Very good. Okay, my friends, we flew by this lesson, it feels like. Sorry there was some hiccups on the way. Sometimes teaching online is a little difficult. We have technical difficulties sometimes, but we did such an amazing job today, and I'm going to show you everything we did, and we'll see if we got it all done. So we did blending and segmenting. Yeah. Did we do vowel discrimination? We did, and we learned that new word, which was amazing. Now you can go tell all your friends, your family that you know a new word called discrimination. Then what about, did we do story time? Yeah, we just did that, and we answered questions. We did a little recall. We did a lot of good things. And did we do our checklist? Yes. Great job, boys and girls. Thank you for bearing with me as we went through our obstacles today. You did a great job with our vowels and our story time, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, boys and girls.